looking for love.
All right, welcome, Better Academy family. Here with the Bettercast. We are wrapping up the season, so I think we have episode 6 here, and we have a couple guests coming on. And then, yeah, I know, right? We're just, I was gonna say
we wing it. We wing it.
Yeah, exactly. So we got a couple guests. Just as you've heard, we got the two OGs. We got Aventus, Onechill. How's it going?
Pretty good. It's been like a really active week on the Discord, so. Which is a good thing. Like, we're expanding a lot. We'll get into that a little bit. But, of course, why don't you go ahead and introduce our guests?
Absolutely. We got a Chip Shot. Is it Chips or is it Chip Shots?
Yeah, you can call me Chip. You can call me Chip Shots. Either way is fine, man.
I call him Mr. Gaming.
But hey, everybody, how's it going? Mr. Gaming, if you will.
All right. Perfect. Cool. And then we have Pardon the Loss. Everybody knows him, the insane, somber player.
What's up, boys?
Chats.
What up?
Thank you guys for coming on. Yeah. So yeah, like Chill said, it's been a hectic week, and I think that's kind of like congruent with what's going on with Overwatch, the game, because we got patches, we got 222, we got Sigma is a real thing now. But yeah, so excited to talk to you guys. So.
Oh my God, I forgot about. I'm adding that to the notes right now. We're definitely gonna talk about Sigma. Hang on.
Crazy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Real quick, go ahead.
No, I'm done. You're good.
Okay, real quick, just to get some of the Discord announcements out of the way. We're over 400 members. So that's awesome. Yeah. Just so everybody knows, because there's been a bit of a debate about this number. That does not mean we have 400 active members, but we have 400 people that are actively signed up to the Discord. I haven't looked at the metrics lately, but we're definitely still a very, very active Discord. Like, we get thousands of messages a day. General's always flowing. Looking for groups always going. So the more we grow, the more that's going to expand out. Of course, big thing on the horizon is Season 2 of the Better League. Right now, I don't know, he doesn't talk much in the Discord, but we have a really good admin called StorableNat69, and he just recruits. Like, I don't know where he goes, but like every week he's like, hey, I got a new team. Yeah. So I think we're floating around 15 or 16 teams, ready to sign up for Season 2. Big expansion from, I think, the 8 we had Season 1, so almost double. So there's going to be format changes. There's going to be a lot of teams. I don't know how we want to divide everything up, because there's a lot of SR discrepancies, which is good. A lot of people climbed during Season 1, which was the whole goal of the league to begin with. So that's awesome. Anybody listening and interested, we still need more people to sign up for officer positions going forward, helping out with the stream, the scheduling, welcoming new people to the Discord, getting events going, stuff like that. So if you have some free time, you don't mind moderating, just give me or Eddie or any of the admins really a DM. And the other thing, I'm really trying to hammer this home because I want it to be as big as possible. We're having a community meeting on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to be pretty extensive of what our plans are. So we kind of lay down what we're thinking. We want feedback from the community saying, hey, this is what we liked about Season 1. We don't like your plans for Season 2, or this is what we really liked about Season 1, and we want that to see in Season 2. Other things like we had a really fun recruitment contest. Do you want to see that again? Do you want to kick Onechill off the podcast? All these things are going to be covered at the community meeting. So please do come. Please, there's a big blurb and announcements if you want to read the how-tos and whatnot. And that's pretty much
pretty
all
extensive.
I have.
This is pretty extensive.
Yeah, I went ham on that announcement.
I'd love to see.
I'd love to see 16 teams by the start of Season 2. That'd be
okay.
tight.
And I
think we'll
want
get
to
there.
Be hella fun.
A little asterisk for that is that so we had about 12 teams at the start of Season 1, and by the actual when everything was said and done, there was 8. So we'll see. I'm predicting something similar is going to happen with that 16. I'm hoping for 12 or 10. I mean, if all 16 want to go, we'll make the schedule work. But we'll see how many people actually commit to it.
Yeah, 12 would be good too.
Right.
But
Either way,
16
we're still
would be.
expanding. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Mhm.
It's crazy growth.
Yeah,
It
really
has
is,
been
man.
like really intense. Where I did not see us being this big when we started it. So, but I really think we're getting a hold of things, and everything's starting to run really smoothly. We're not hitting as many hiccups as we have in the past. So, good things are coming for us. I really do.
On to season 2, man.
Yep, for sure. Okay, cool. Thank you, Chill. Do you want to just jump right into the playoffs, or?
Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. One more thing before I let Aventus take over here is I didn't really do MVPs this week. So sorry about that. I didn't like it was just weird because I think it would just been like, the Phat Shats just dominated. That really was the story of the week. So
Whole team's
Right.
MVP.
Okay.
MVT.
whole
Understandable.
team, yeah, that's it.
Understandable.
Most valuable team right there.
I like that. Cool. All right, yeah. So just roll into the playoffs. So for the semifinal round, we had Salty versus TSU, and then we had Phat Shats
let's
versus
linger
Squids.
on that first one because it was our highlight.
Yeah, y'all can
Right.
take as long as you want on that one.
So here, let me say something about this. So I think Eddie said it in the interview after.
Hello? Did he cut out? Events, you cut out.
Yeah, he could add a little bit.
I heard him cut out.
Yeah, I can't hear him.
I'm pretty sure we can just edit this part out. So whenever he comes back,
Can y'all hear
there
me?
he is.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
There he is.
Sorry. I don't know what happened to my mic there, but yeah. So I think Eddie said it in the interview after the match against Salty, but so we didn't really practice a lot for this match, which was true, but we did have a pretty extensive discussion about what we wanted to do, right? And that Salty liked to run a couple DPS that really lacked some range, and we felt really comfortable with our triple DPS, and so we thought we could take advantage of a lot of stuff with that. And Salty's a really good team,
I
but we just
want to disagree with that a little bit because I think we practice honestly the most for Salty, and that's not going to say we practiced a lot. But we went through, and we definitely spent like a good hour and a half just running bunker comps on different maps with
we
squads.
did do that. I'm sorry.
And that really did
I'm
help.
sorry.
Like, just going into that match, like I feel really comfortable running any bunker they have. And they did. They tried it on Volskaya, and we know exactly how to respond to it. We did exactly. We ran the angles. We got them down. And then they never. I don't think they tried it again after that.
Right. Yeah. No, I completely forgot about the Squid Squad practice. You're right. Yeah, we did put some time in with that because we know that was something that they like to do, especially on those kind of like 2CP maps or maps where it's like escort, but they like to bunker up there, and we don't really get discouraged by that. Like we kind of like when people run it against us. Because it's kind of like a momentum shifter. Because when we break it, people are like, "Oh shit!" That was our trump card. But they just kind of rolled us with it. But yeah, but Salty's a good team. I mean, they did really well, especially to make it that far.
They made it top 4, so they had to battle through a tiebreaker for that spot. So
100%, and they were kind of an unknown team too,
Yeah, they were definitely underdog going in.
Yeah, but they got some good stuff. They just got to keep working, which I'm sure they will. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun match, but we just tried to kind of execute a couple things. We, like Chill said, we practiced the bunker stuff, so that really helped. But
right. Yeah. Oh, and since we're talking about Salty, and I think we have a couple of the members who like to listen to the podcast on Salty Splatoon. I know I promised you guys you'd be on this episode, but I think the timing worked out better to have the final winners. So I promise you guys, next episode, I think we're going to have Primal and Diamond as our next guest, because I really do want to hear their story behind their team. They kind of came in, they made a pretty big splash in that second group. So
yeah, definitely, because that was a competitive group for sure. Like a lot of parity over there, so good stuff.
Yeah, it's scrappy.
It was an interesting match to watch from our perspective on Phat Shats because you guys obviously came out entirely different than any other comps you ran. You had Aventus on Anna and Baptiste and just different stuff. You saw the ball come out.
I wonder what I played.
The Arista the Arista came out it was entirely different. I was like, "Who's this team?" So it was a lot of paying attention to what you guys were doing at that point. As a potential match, that we would have between each other. So we definitely focused on that, and we're glad to see you guys pop off on that. Triple DPS stuff. That Shanghai Dragons vibe.
I am.
I know I am a little bit too. I mean, the change is better for the community, like
Oh,
just overall.
100%. You can
But
have
I am
triple
gonna miss that
DPS all
triple
you want. I'll
DPS.
take Roadlock.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you. But yeah, moving on, I guess to you all's match against Squids. Yeah. So how
Was
did
it
you guys
everything
feel
you
about it?
wanted?
Yeah. I know, right?
Yeah, I think it went all right.
Yeah, I agree.
That game was fun, man.
What do
No,
you guys think
honestly,
about
long
Mum
time ago.
Spaghetti?
You know
Mom
what?
spaghetti.
Our job
He's
was
The
just
hot
Hanzo.
dog.
You know who pops off on their team? This guy. Shut him down.
Yeah.
What do they got after that? What do they got after that?
As the amount of times
Yeah.
I heard Walrus say in either our Discord when we're just playing together, he's like, the amount of times we practiced like just playing against a Hanzo and just like saying, how many times we talked about, all right, we'll shut down a Hanzo, and we're like, we'll just run this against him, and we're like, okay, cool. No, that's probably gonna be a win then. And we're just like, all right, cool. Like our whole game plan going in, not to sack this dude or anything, but we just stop Mom Spaghetti, and we did it, and kind of worked out.
I mean, that's like really, I think he's a great player, but I don't think he had a lot of depth. But like, he definitely was a really, really, really good Hanzo. Like, if you watch some of the first-person reviews on him, it's like it's insane. It's like, bro, you can't do that. That's not allowed.
Right. Yeah.
This is
What are
illegal.
you doing? No, but again,
And
that goes back to our film review. We just reviewed the film. We knew what to counter it with. Pardon, big props to him. He would shut that down either early fight or mid fight, and then it just put all the pressure off of us, and we were able to carry that match.
Yeah,
Well,
they
I
let
was
me
gonna say, too,
they let me do so much in the backline in that game. It's kind of crazy.
Exactly. And see, like, I think that's, again, that's a testament to Mums because, like, if you kind of leave him unchecked, he will, swing fights. But I think, like you
And he
kind
did
of
swing a
said,
couple
chill with the
fights,
depth.
but it definitely at the end of the day, they
Yeah.
were the better team. So
Yeah, well, with his depth too, like he can play other heroes, but when you force him off that one he's really comfortable on, just makes things a little bit weirder for them. So, but you guys took advantage of that for sure. So, and Squids had a good year. They did good. Hate to see them leave. I think they kind of.
they're on their way out. They're citing a lack of enthusiasm about the game, which is unfortunate.
Mhm.
But it happens, and like I said, like they were a great team, and sad to see him go. But there's some of the teammates are sticking around. I don't know about Mum Spaghetti. He's not active on the Discord, so I don't know what he's gonna do. But you probably gonna see Q-San and King Victory still floating around.
Q-San, props to Q-San.
Yeah, Q-San also one of those like low key supports that you just don't see coming, and all of a sudden he hits speed every 12 seconds.
Right. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. No, he's solid. He's solid.
I know. We wanted him all season, right? Pardon. We wanted him all season. We wanted Squids.
Oh
They
yeah.
were the team to beat. Top
I
SR.
remember
Top
that.
SR.
Yeah, everyone kept.
We
That
put
was
a
annoying,
target on
bro.
Squids
Yeah,
back.
I think by the end of the season, I think you guys were the top. If we had to like re-average
Oh,
the
no.
stars at the end.
We just the early season, our whole fucking. I'm allowed to cuss on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Just slips out sometimes.
You good?
At the start of the season, especially when the podcast started coming out, and like we our first two games were like, our first game as a team ever. We played Trash Bros, who are the supposedly best team in the league, and we 3-1 them. Then we flew out our next game. Like we were getting pretty good as a team, and then the whole time, or a lot of the time, everyone keeps saying, Squids is still this. I think you guys said on the podcast, and it's understandable because you guys kept saying Squids is the team to beat. They're the highest SR. They're looking good right now, and we were just our whole team was just like, we're a little upset. Like we're popping off right now. We're the team to beat. Like we're the team to beat right now.
Right. Okay.
So like the whole season we kept saying.
I do think
Squids, man.
that if the SRs worked out a little bit different with the seeding and you guys ended up in Group B, the conversation would have been a lot different. Because it was really hard to tell, like just how weak Group A was or how weak maybe Group B was. But because all the games were competitive in Group B, it looked like that group was the much stronger one. Although we showed them.
Yeah, that's not,
I don't think that panned out.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think that panned out in game.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
We wanted Squids all season. That game was a hype game, bro.
Right.
And
party
y'all played well.
was.
Y'all played really well. I remember that because it was just pretty one-sided. So, and I think that's it for the playoffs.
Right on to the finals now. So,
That was a
I
great
guess we
game.
can skip right over it and.
Yeah.
No, so how did you guys
Sore
feel
spots.
facing
Man.
up against us? Like, what was the secret to just destroying our hopes and dreams?
Right. Yeah.
Dude,
You know, once
honestly,
Go ahead.
this is gonna lead kind of into you. Honestly,
No, dude, no worries.
no, I'm saying this is gonna lead right into Chip, so he can talk. Like
Oh, okay.
the amount of like
I thought-
that.
I thought you were gonna be like that.
we-
Fucking Mercy was trash. Is how.
Oh no! I'm not flaming yet. We had a team meeting the day before the game, 2 days before the game, talking about talking about what our game plan for everything's gonna be, and like, dude, about the amount of work that like Chip and Walrus especially, those are just two names I'm naming. The amount of work that them two put into film review and like deciding team comps and like planning everything out and learning that every team is kind of crazy. Like I'm just kind of here, like I'm here, like I'm pretty high SR. Like I'll provide experience and I'm here to shoot stuff, but like those dudes actually do so much work and I respect it.
For real. Yeah, exactly. It came down to film review. Like we had you guys playing, Salty to review. We had the round robin between Squids to review and then Trash Bros and all that. So we had that film review to analyze and break down where the weakness was, where the strengths were, and how we were going to attack it. So I mean, it was just putting in that work, being like, okay, look, we're going to run a practice now. We're going to run scrims now against whoever, and we're going to run what our plan is, regardless if it works or not, so we get practice on it. And then we would go into the match knowing how we're going to run it. We already knew transitions and different comps we were going to run and who was going to swap to what if they did this or that, or who was in. Like certain players played certain characters. They ran this type of comp with that person on this map. We knew how it was going to go.
I don't think we made any swabs.
Right. So it's just preparation, man. It's just preparation. Like tons.
So, what would you say our weakest spot was then? What was the weakness you guys were leveraging?
You're really just trying to get me to call names, aren't you?
No, it's all right.
I mean, it's not that it's. All right, I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's a weakness, but I think it's kind of hard. Like your DPS are kind of not to say our tank lines or our healers aren't playing anything, but just like your DPS are kind of in a tough spot going into me in denial. I think we're both like 3,400 DPS, so like it's kind of hard. And I know both of them are in plat, I believe, so it's kind of hard to ask them to compete against both of us. And then even our tank line. I'm not sure how. I know Bucky plays a lot of Reinhardt and stuff. But I'm not sure. I don't know.
Though.
And Eddie, I know Eddie's been working on his Orisa, but I don't know. It's just.
I do think though, from our side at the end of the day,
good.
I've seen our DPS have like really, really highs, and I did think if we prepared a little bit more, we probably would have had a much more fighting chance. But in the game, like there was just a complete breakdown of like what was going on, and there were like half-hearted calls being kind of followed and not followed. So at the end of the day, I think that like our teamwork just got like put to the limit, and then like we just couldn't keep up.
Right. Yeah. It was. I think our biggest thing is our. Sorry, Aventus. Like we play really well as a team. We just have good cohesion. We have good cohesion. We have good calls. We rely on each other very strongly.
Right.
And everyone plays their role appropriately, and that just gives so much net to fall back on, even if you mess up and make a mistake. Like you have other people there backing it up.
Yeah, I mean, when someone goes over a little bit too hard, but people follow it up, there's still a chance, But if you go hard and no one follows you up, then you lose a fight for sure. So I do like that you guys, like anytime we put pressure on anybody, like we got close to your DPS, all of a sudden there were just 4 people there. Like Jesus fucking Christ, we can't kill anybody.
Right.
It's
Well,
even just like
one thing. Go ahead, Party.
Sorry. Oh, I was just gonna say
give it
small shit.
Give it to.
I was just, I was like, even the small shit, like the positivity, like I'm so used to playing comp and I get picked early, everyone's like, you fucking suck, bro. Like, please get off DPS so I can play. But even like, I get picked early, I'm like, damn, my bad, guys. Everyone's like, no, we're straight, this is still winnable. Like, we got you. I was like, oh, I bet. Just like, even small stuff like that, positive, just like, it keeps everyone in a good mood and like keeps everyone positive. And it's just fun to play with these people.
Right, yeah.
That's
I mean,
so
honestly,
important.
that's the cool thing about the league is like actually playing a team game with a team, and It just feels so much better.
Yeah,
Incredibly better.
One thing I wanted to say too about Phat Shats that like I've always kind of felt just from talking to Walrus is like the only person I think I've talked to like
Walrus was an
kind of
admin for a while,
extensively
so we got a
from your
lot of
team.
like contact with
Yeah,
him.
Walrus is kind of the face of our team. We'll be honest.
Oh yeah,
He's a lovable guy. He's a lovable man.
But
who doesn't like
one
Walrus?
thing I kind of picked up from Walrus though is that you guys really, like you were saying, Chips, you guys put in the time outside of just like you don't just show up and expect to win. You know what I'm saying? I think that should be like very clear to people. Like the team that won the championship was not just doing it. They didn't win it.
Not just
when
just
they played
one.
the match.
Completely
They won it
dominated when you
before
look
by
at
prepping.
it.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm just saying, but they put the work into, like when I used to play football in high school, my coach would always say, "Hey, we win at practice. If we're gonna win a game Friday, we gotta win today." So I think that's what you guys were doing. That kind of that motivates me. You know, like watching film, because I know we got some kind of nerds about the game. Like I was just sitting chill, like a bunch of data on DPS and how to optimize it and
we
stuff.
got some stuff
but, you know,
cooking in the workshop.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, my
That's
notes
great,
on.
though. I think that's awesome. Seriously.
For sure. My notes on the fucking TSU Salty game were pretty extensive, man. So we went over those ahead of time.
Yeah. That's what you got to do, though.
I think
That's what you got to do.
All right.
That's kind of the
lay it on us. Which one's the better support, me or Aventus?
It's definitely you. It's definitely you.
I mean, I guess you got to kill
It's
me
different.
once I was playing Widow, so I guess that's you,
It's
right?
entirely different, right?
Were you the one playing Widow? Fucking fragging.
Yeah, I was popping.
Hey, that's what I always do. No one expects the Mercy to fly up on them as Widow.
Well, it's just when you're in Valk, you're fucking unkillable, man. It's
You are
AIDS.
though. You gotta push it. You gotta push that to the limit.
Yeah.
Push it to the limit.
Because even if you, as long as you don't headshot me, like I can literally just yeet across the map with one button. So
Yeah, bro.
Right.
You can fly and you have health regen. It's just retarded.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I got to talk to you about something with that too, Chill, because I think I might have found a little thing we can do.
Was it?
But I'll talk
Yeah,
to
you
that
just
later.
nano me. That's
Just some
that's
tech.
it. Just nano them out.
Easy claps.
Team kill.
Oh man.
No,
But it was a great season for you guys. Seriously, y'all did great.
I think it was like even what so that when our team first started, like Eddie was asking for captains for a new team. I literally joined the server that day, and I was like, I'll be a captain. Like it sounds like fun. So then me and Walrus, the first members of the team. Like we got together in a before like we even start. We started recruiting a few players and stuff, and then me and Walrus played together, and I was like, dang, he's pretty good. So I was like, because like it's kind of weird because like a lot of the times when I'm playing comp, it's all my tanks are people who like got 4-stuff DPS. So like it's like wow, it's kind of weird playing with like someone who's like legitimately diamond tank. Like this is actually he's actually pretty good. So then it's like we started playing, and I was like, man, I don't want to drop the map all season.
My biggest regret of this Discord is messaging Walrus when we were first starting the Discord, trying to get him to join. Looking back, I think I should have kept my mouth shut. Because I ran into Walrus and what the fuck,
God.
Eddie?
This is Eddie, y'all. This is Eddie. All right, go ahead, Eddie.
You scaring the shit out of me.
One thing I want to kind of mention is I really admire how you guys recruited early on, Pardon, and I kind of tried to take that same approach for season 2 because I'm not gonna lie, like I was, prioritizing like synergy and like less players instead of like, cause y'all were like scooping up everybody who was like, low diamond, high plat, like good players, and like y'all emphasized depth, and it really showed, And I think we had issues with that because we never once had. I think one time we had 7 people say they could play. Every other time it was like we barely got people to play, and it was we don't.
We even pulled the min-match switch up.
Yeah. That doesn't give you a lot of flexibility. You know what I mean? And then also I don't know. As the server owner, I was like, I don't want to try to scoop up like every low diamond player and just kind of.
That guy, it really puts me in a weird spot too, because like the admins,
Yeah.
So I didn't want to just be like, "Hey, admin override."
Right.
taking
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you
Right.
guys.
I got the
did.
Infinity Gauntlet. Let's go, bitch.
But y'all really did. Y'all have a bunch of like, y'all's synergy was like really good. Derp, Walrus, you and Denial, like Chip and whoever else was playing support with you. Like y'all just did work. The synergy was there, and you could just tell that y'all recruited the right players, and hopefully. I think I did a good job of recruiting for season 2, so hopefully it'll pay off. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of
Yeah, I'm
commend you
actually
guys on
really
that.
excited.
Yep.
Yeah,
for,
appreciate it.
Season 2. I'm actually I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of really interested to see, and I hope that I'm not leaking too much. I don't think they mind because I think they posted already, but a lot of our team went and formed their own team, and I really am interested to see what they do because I feel like they had like a lot of good thoughts in mind for the game that like this had a hard time translating our own team. But I think that the 3 people that kind of started their own thing are gonna like come out and be some crazy,
that'll be good.
unstoppable force because they're hooked up with one of like the CGL teams, Alacrity, and Alacrity is a really good team. I tried out for them once and I've seen them play a couple times, and they are a legit team.
Yeah, I think they got some a good chance to be successful.
What were we talking about before Eddie just came in and fucking
Just finals.
negated us?
Just finals in general.
Essentially finals.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
just
think we're
town
Walrus.
finals and shit.
Next
Yeah,
is
Walrus
reflection.
was somebody I knew just randomly. We ran into each other in solo queue one time, and like that dude just made me laugh too much not to add as a friend.
He is pretty funny. yeah.
And he was a
He's
fucking. I
energetic,
remember he used
bro.
to play Reinhardt, and you just would follow him as the healer, and he would, kill everybody. which
Oh,
was
he used to
really nice
pop
for me.
That's
He's
how
so
I first,
shocked he
didn't play it.
that's how I first
I'm
noticed
so
Walrus.
shocked
Well,
he
there's
didn't
some
play it.
hogs, so
When he was on Yeet,
Yeah.
he
just
would
a
just
recent hog
fucking
popped
dominate
off.
on
And
on
Derp
lane.
is
He ma- he
disgusting
ma-
on hog, so it just made
Derp
it
is
made
fucking
more sense for.
disgusting on Hod, by the way. Fucking just
Yeah, I hate that. I hate
landing
Derp.
hooks, flanking out of
Please
nowhere.
tell
Like,
Derp that I hate him.
Because we were like, we recruited Derp, and he's like, I play Hog and Reinhardt, and Walsh is like, well, shit, I play Ryan and he's like, I play fucking Ryan and I play Ryan and Hog, so it's just kind of weird. But hey, fuck it, we'll sign him. We recruited a lot more over just like roles you play than specific champions, because we're like, we can make it work, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, it was just it was funny because Walrus really wanted to play Ryan, or really wanted to play Hog. He loved both those characters, but then we're like, dude, Durf's disgusting on Hog, so I think it's better for you to learn to reset. And he was like, all right, cool, I'm down. So he was just really committed to winning, which I think is a testament to Walrus and this character, like how much he's like, I'll learn to reset. If I don't get to play Ryan or Hog, who I really want to play, but Dirk is to pop off on Hog and we get to win, I'm down with it. So I mean,
I would have been interested to see
Put in a lot of work
Walrus
on those other characters that he wasn't really
Ryan,
familiar
though.
with, for sure.
Because
oh yeah, I don't know if you've ever played Zarya before.
yeah, I could tell he wasn't completely
I don't think he
comfortable.
did.
Yeah, I could tell he wasn't
told
completely
me he
comfortable
didn't.
with it. I'm not gonna lie, but
Because he told me about that, having to learn it because he wanted to, like
fucking
feel it
love
and let the
Zarya.
other person play.
fun
Yeah, I
fact,
could
tell-
I
I could
still
tell
have
he
more
wasn't
hours on
completely
Zarya than Mercy.
yeah.
Eddie, what are you doing? Are you in here or not? Because you keep like,
Don't half commit to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
dude.
I'm in. But look, I could tell. I would have been interested to see
Fuck God.
Walrus on main tank because I'm not gonna lie. I could tell he wasn't completely comfortable with Zarya early on. But when I tell you, like, I think there's only one guy in the league that's more aggro than Bucky on main tank, and it was Walrus. And I just would have loved to have
Yeah.
seen
So
him.
reckless, it's awesome.
But it works. Like I
He
think
makes
that's
he takes the pressure off his team.
exactly. That's kind of what we love about Bucky. Like he frags and he feeds at the same time. It just kind of is on the edge.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna
Yeah,
pop off.
I'm right there.
and-
I'm right there behind him, man.
Yeah, I mean it works.
Yeah, he's like, yo, I'll speed you, just like go ahead.
Yeah.
Popping shots into Bucky at the same time. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
Listeners
I
to
think that
Walrus podcasts.
you guys got
we're
any
done by
closing thoughts about the finals?
No.
Finals.
I-
It was fun not having to play Sombra, honestly.
Yeah, you
We were
fucking
expecting
destroying
something
his
too.
mate.
We planned for that and didn't see it. And it was like, fuck.
That's crazy.
And then like
What are
a
you gonna
random
do?
Hanzo pick? I wasn't expecting the Hanzo pick.
Dude, my Hanzo's clean.
I
Your Hanzo-
like the
He's my
Hanzo
Hanzo, man.
better, honestly. Like I just felt like you're tougher to deal with on Sombra and fucking May, bro. I just hate Sombra and May. especially your Sombra.
I think the character Hanzo is just a lot easier to deal with because it's just like get on top of him.
Yes.
But with
yeah.
Mei, it's like you can't really do that because she'll
Right.
stall the fuck out of you, and Sombra just eats the fuck out. So
Yeet.
Peace.
But yeah, it was
No,
fun
I wanna-
playing other characters.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I think it was appropriate. It was y'all and us, man. I think, regardless of the SR averages and stuff, Group E was probably stronger than that people thought,
right.
Mhm.
team-wise.
And I think
Team-wise.
that
I agree.
we got lucky a little bit with the player skill floor, so to speak, with our team. Where I think we just had a lot of good players that carried us to the point we were at. But at the end of the day, the finals really showed who was more cohesive as a team. But these are the kind of lessons that we're gonna learn and integrate for season 2. So and it's a good thing that we have a team like Phat Shats because it kind of raises the quality of the league. Like if you want to compete,
Exactly.
you gotta have to put the time in,
Yeah.
or you're gonna just get rolled through.
I think that was a good thing that I kind of took away because, y'all put the time in, bro. That's already kind of been made evident. And to me, when I kind of saw early on that our team wasn't necessarily gonna practice that much, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of, tempered my expectations. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna do the best we can.
I mean, I had a blast.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I definitely can have fun losing. So
Yeah,
there's
I mean,
just that
you
part of
learn,
me,
and then to me, I remember saying, I was just proud that we essentially made it to the championship off straight
Top
up
2,
talent
baby.
and just figuring it out in the game because we didn't put in any practice whatsoever, So to make it that far was cool, but at the same time, like you said,
Once
Chill,
again, we did
if-
do a little practice.
did we?
For Salty. For Salty, yeah. We had that thing against Squids, yeah. Remember the whole bunker practice session?
But that was with Chaboy and new people though. I didn't really consider that practice, but.
I mean, I was there, and I definitely helped me feel comfortable.
But no, like you said, I feel like if you can only get so far just off skill. Like if you really want to win it, you have to take it to another level, and I think that's something that we definitely learned. I think we already
and it
knew,
was
but
evident.
we
It was
definitely
clearly
know
evident.
for sure, yeah.
But it's like you said at the beginning. I feel like we're just talking about our team nonstop. That we didn't really go on a heavy recruitment drive. I think we had a bad philosophy at the start where we wanted to focus on a core of players, and that didn't really pan out.
Yeah, it's all good. Live and learn.
Our reflection on season 1?
Yeah, let's
That was
go. Let's
fun.
go. Yeah. So
Season 1 was hella fun, man.
overall,
Yeah.
yeah. What do you guys think? So Pardon thinks it was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
Any
Aventus, go ahead, man.
interesting stories from anybody?
No. Well, I
Interesting
did want to
stories.
jump down to the no, I don't have any stories. I think this was for it to be something that just kind of was a brainchild. I think it turned out absolutely great, honestly.
Word.
And taking the lessons learned, there were some hurdles that came up and things throughout the season, but I think that'll be ironed out. But I'm looking forward to making a couple tweaks that I think will improve the quality of play. I'm kind of skipping ahead to the negatives, but I think changing it from loser pick to just we know the maps ahead of time. That way people
Dude,
can
loser
practice
pick was
set
such a bad
strats.
idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
bro.
Well, I don't think it was bad. It's just we tried it and it didn't work.
It was too much.
Okay.
It was too much. Yeah.
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 And I know
mean,
for a
like
team
I said, when
like
I first started, I'm an Apex fanboy. I loved Apex. They did losers picks.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to emulate that.
yeah.
Apex was dope.
But I
Well,
know
Sakai, baby.
for a team like Phat Shats who does a lot of prep, just knowing the maps ahead of time is gonna be super beneficial for you guys.
Ooh, I
think
would
it's
love
across
Yeah.
the board.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it is kind of. I mean, it's kind of cocky saying we didn't lose that many maps. Never got to pick maps, but I mean, it's kind of true. It's kind of hard playing. It's well, I wonder what's gonna be next.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's I guess it's losers pick. So I mean, it's kind of annoying, but yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
that's
good
gonna
problem.
change for sure.
Yeah, it's not
For
a
sure,
bad
yeah.
problem to have.
Right,
yeah,
right,
for
right.
sure.
And I also want to throw in that I'm super excited for the stream for next season. I've been working on some stuff. I think the stream was.
And I think we're
really-
gonna switch over
It's
to
already
easy
good.
scrims.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I
The
think will
stream,
help out a lot
The stream is
with-
good, but I'm trying to get Overwatch League quality here. So
We gonna have a desk? Can I be on the desk?
we're not gonna have a desk. We're just talking about the actual stream stuff. We're not gonna have full production and halftime reports and stuff.
Yet.
But the
Season 3
overlays and
trademark
stuff, and
incoming.
it's gonna be a lot more clean. But yeah, I think I was kind of proud of the stream. I'm not gonna lie, I put a lot of time into that. I thought it was cool, but I wanted to make something nice,
Yeah, it was nice.
for people. So
I thought it looked good, man.
Yeah, actually, the stream, I'm definitely very impressed. I didn't think it could be that high a quality of stream with like transition musics and like actual developed overlays.
yeah, man, just a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah, it looked cool.
Free downloads. But yeah.
I know, that's what it always turns out to. Like, every time I see something impressive done online, it just turns out it's like a 5-step Google tutorial.
All you gotta do is just use your resources, man. Like, it's too much information on the internet not to like figure out how to do this stuff, Because I know people who have like paid for people to make that stuff, and I was like, bruh, I'm off for 2 months. Let me figure out how to do this shit.
Pay anybody to do that. What about you guys partying in chips? Like, what was some of the negatives you guys thought? Trying to get some player feedback here.
So,
You can go as hard as you want. I don't care.
Yeah, some negatives. That was the one suggestion that I had, was just the maps thing kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, just drop loser's choice. And that's definitely something that was brought up.
I
Other
think,
negatives.
my personal
go
preference,
ahead.
I loved the work Eddie put into the stream. It looked so dope. I just want to see maybe some consistent casters, of course, and we're gonna bring that to the community meeting. But just
We need help.
Yeah, consistent. Casters that put in the work, that aren't yawning, that aren't eating fucking food when they're casting.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I when I do VOD reviews, I don't listen to the casters. I just kind of watch the VOD on mute, and then fast forward to you popping off right or right after.
Overall,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
overall
Yelk
pretty
and Norm.
decent.
Shout out Yelk and Norm.
Yeah,
I mean, they're great, but they gotta like mute themselves when they're fucking eating some chips. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah, we want to have high quality everything. That's definitely fair. And I think
I actually like
man.
Eddie and Aventus. You guys are funny when you guys cast.
yeah,
I'm gonna
because
say
we're
that's
secretly
awkward, 'cause
arguing
it's like
in between.
one person talking to themselves because y'all sound similar.
That's because we're secretly like arguing in between the commercial breaks. So.
I love it.
That's
I
what
love
makes
it.
it
You're
funny.
sitting over there like,
But-
Eddie, let me talk.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, bro, you're always talking over me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think that's what's good. That brotherly rivalry comes out, and I think that's really good feedback though. Like we definitely want to have we want the commentary to be just as high quality as the stream, and then also I think I know Chip, you have OBS and stuff. Like I'm gonna make sure that I teach people like how to set the thing up, so that we can always have like the stream on the Better League channel, because I know when I cast it, it couldn't be on there, or when I was playing rather.
Looking good, yeah.
A little bit of a tangent to add on to that. I love some of the effort some people put into casting, but I also think this is a really good opportunity for people who want to get their bearings and get some experience doing that kind of stuff. This is the perfect place for it. So even if you feel like you're not going to be perfect, please just come do it anyway. Even though you maybe not sound perfect, we'll help people, give you feedback. We say, don't eat chips, shit like that. But
and we're gonna have a ton of scrims too for people to practice.
I think Jay's Me did a couple games, and she didn't sound super perfect, but I like that she was trying to learn a new skill.
For sure,
And this is one of the good things that are kind of tangent to gaming, is being kind of a personality on a radio or on a broadcast, and like that person speaking. That's a good skill to have. So please, if you want practice, we're all more than welcome. Like, we try to treat this as an academy. We want to give people opportunities to learn these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
We're just going to the new hero, or
Sigma. Yeah, Sigma. What do you guys think?
He's
Because I'm
nuts.
personally excited.
Bro,
I could look at it more.
The Rock's whack.
That is pretty whack.
I like the fucking
know.
concept of just fucking throwing a rock at someone.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
actually like a
high
Fuck
skill.
you, bro. Like, bro.
high skill hero. High skill
Very
hero.
high skill
Definitely.
hero. I
Tank.
agree.
Definitely.
That's exciting. I think a lot of people are
I-
going to try and play him and not get the value that they're supposed to get from him.
Mhm.
But like,
Which is
if
good,
you
though.
have the right person on him, insane.
Because like Orissa's very forgiving. Like there's a high ceiling to all the champions, so there's a really high ceiling to Orisa. But like
Debatable.
if you're not doing super great, you know she can still do something. You know, like if she gets stove, she can just press one button to get out of it. She a very forgiving shield placement because it's on a cooldown. So, but with Sigma, it's like, hey, bro, manage your cooldowns or you're gonna get fucking shredded.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And
Although
then,
I do like he has a heavy anti-cheese mechanic, and I just think that's something that this game needed a lot. If you're gonna set up in a bunker, and now you can just have Sigma just walk and eat your fucking turrets, you know, then have like double his health pool, like that's a great thing to have. Like, you know,
They
it
buffed
really
that,
encourages
too.
people
They just buffed
not
that.
to fucking just play Bastion and Sim and turtle in a fucking corner because solo queue's stupid.
yeah.
That's my little tangent.
His ult looks powerful.
I'm getting a little
Shit.
passionate
She's a
here.
little upset right
You just got
Black hole everyone out of their bunker. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the ult looks super dope.
His
Yeah,
his
but-
ult
yeah.
looks powerful as hell, bro. Half health is so ridiculous.
Imagine halting
Yeah.
4 or 5 people into one area and then using that ult, bro.
Yep.
That
Well,
would
and
be
you know that's a good segue, Adrian, because I was wondering, Eddie, I keep calling him by his real name. I was wondering like who's gonna be the complementary tank to him, because I keep hearing
I
Ball,
don't
I keep
know,
hearing
bro.
Zarya's really strong.
I hear
I don't
Zarya,
know.
man. I hear Zarya.
I
I
don't
think
know.
Oh, I
Ball,
can see
man.
Grav. I can see Grav.
Yeah,
being-
I see
Grav.
Ball.
I don't know. Maybe that'd
Dude,
be a
no.
waste, though. I don't
Ball
know.
with his shit,
Because-
dude. You launch them all in the air, then put the balls underneath them,
Oh
and they all
shit,
die.
that would be dope. That would be dope.
Yeah, the
That's
mine
fucked
thing is actually insane.
Yeah.
The
But
hamster
like, the
is
same thing
Definitely,
with,
I think
Zarya, though,
Ball's gonna be
where
strong.
you have like with that combo, you got to use both your tank ults, right? But with Zarya, you can
That's what I
kind
was
of do like a
thinking.
Ryan Zarya thing, where you're kind of swapping ults. Like one fight you shatter, one shot you grab. So one fight, what is the ult called for Sigma?
Gravitation.
Gravitational-
Gravitation.
Graviton flux or something?
Gravitical flux.
Yeah, something.
Something
Up-
flux.
Up throw.
Levitation.
Up B.
Yeah.
Black hole.
Why?
Black hole.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
big
black
black
hole's what
hole,
we should
and
call
then you're gonna have the other black hole. You know,
Right.
so it's just, you know, just gravity fucking you over with that too. I mean, maybe I'm a little biased though because I love Zarya coming back in the meta. You know, so anytime she's in there.
Yeah.
I still think no matter what, Risa Hog's still gonna be the tanks to play.
I think that's really
That
strong.
shit's ridiculous.
I think that's
It's
really
been
strong
2-2-2.
right now.
It's gonna be really hard to beat.
Yeah.
That's what you're seeing in
My-
Overwatch League right now. A lot of
My new main, guys.
Diva.
Ain't gonna see no Lucio from me next season.
Sigma.
I'm just playing.
Yeah, it's exciting to get him in there. Finally see him and see what he's about. So that's cool. And then Rollock,
So,
right?
and we
Yeah,
touched on it a little
Hero
bit, yeah. Roll
Oh,
off.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
You know
I
what?
think it's a good thing overall.
I think Rollock is really going to be amazing, but also it's kind of going to be uncharted territory because we have no idea what people are going to place as with their roles, you know, because pardon, like you said, you're pushing masters,
Top
but
500.
I'm sure like you have had to feel on roles that aren't DPS, so like it'll be interesting to see like
Shit's so
when-
annoying, bro.
Yeah.
My Ana's terrible.
Yeah, and
My
you know,
Ana's
like we
terrible.
all have to do it. Like if you
Can't
want to
play at this
win,
level.
if you right, exactly. I feel the same way, bro. Like I've had to feel like I can carry Ash and Gold, bro, on my alt, but not at a high plat diamond, bro. Like it's not there yet. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be like really interesting to see like because I know we have some really good players. You know, like where they place. You know, like it might throw off our whole idea of what our SRs are because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have some people who are like way higher than we were expecting them to be because we've all had to fill on.
I think I'm
roles.
gonna probably be around the same spot because like I pretty much only play Mercy in solo queue, so I never really have to fight for my spot.
Which explains why you're just
Yeah, that's
doing
fair.
crazy shit on her.
But you're in a good spot now, though. I mean,
That's what
you
I'm
know.
saying. That's-
So what's your
I think-
32, 31?
I think
Yeah, I'm
roll
playing
queue,
32
roll
right
queue
now.
benefits tanks or DPS the most than tanks than healers. Because I mean,
Right.
honestly,
Yeah,
it's-
very
at
much.
what Plat Diamond, there's not a lot of people who are like, oh, I can't wait to play fucking Mercy. Like you're one of the few
Right? Yeah.
in my games. No one's like, oh, dude, I gotta insta lock Mercy.
Well, I'm
someone
gonna
else
pop
takes her."
off in Mercy.
It's AIDS. Because on DPS, it's like if you're not first or second,
I
it's
think-
like, well, shit.
Yeah. I think the
Yeah.
other thing that is
If
kind of
I'm-
beneficial to some of the other roles is the fact that I'm not gonna like queue into a game and then have to do the okay. I guess we got to make quad deeps work, boys.
Right. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing too.
Okay, so for me, Rollock is beneficial overall, but I'm interested in seeing, the nerfs and buffs that come through for certain heroes. I
Yeah,
feel like
so,
Hog's gonna get a nerf, Arista's gonna get a nerf, Ryan's gonna get a buff, Sombra's probably gonna get nerfed. We ought to think about all these
She's
things
getting
in the future.
nerfed. I'm upset.
They need to
I want to
nerf
see.
her.
I'm really curious to
I
see
hate
how Ryan,
She's getting
Ryan fits
nerfed.
in now.
Kinda sucks.
Now that he has kind of a CC community built in a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool.
because-
Finally,
Yeah.
Right though.
He needed it. Yeah.
Well deserved.
So
Yeah.
and then we'll see how Sigma shakes things up too. But I think that Orisa Hog, I don't know what would be a good way to nerf that. The hook hog, the hook and the pull are just so essential to those kids. It's not really a damage thing either. It's just like you stack the crowd control, you get the pick.
Mm-hmm.
I think they would just
maybe
cool
range,
down.
range on the cool.
range
Range
too.
on the
That's
hook.
why.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
I don't think they necessarily need to nerf them. I think to me, if you want to
I don't
fix
think they
Ryan's
need to.
Arya, then give Lucio his speed back, bruh. And then the pathing can
Yeah,
be there
that
again, and they
Lucio
can get
great
in
again.
on people. You know what I mean? Like they don't necessarily need to nerf him. But it's just
Thank you,
Ryan
sir.
takes so much poke going in. Like, man, we wreck people in comp just
Exactly.
because they stick on Ryan, and me and Bucky just fucking destroy their shield, halt them back. As soon as the shield's broke,
I'm gonna tell you though,
hooks
right
them,
now
like-
though, Ryan Zarya is actually not terrible
It's
into
not.
the hog hook because you have a pretty good you have two mechanics to deny what they're going for with
Yep.
the pull hook, right?
Mhm.
You have a bubble, and if Ryan gets pulled too, no one's getting hooked.
Yeah.
So there's
But it's
that.
just why would I not
but
play?
you have
Why
to
would I
then
not play
play
our
the
Orisa Hog?
engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah,
it's
just
just like we
get the
can try
engagement
really
right.
hard to make this work, or we could just play this shit and it's so easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
Mhm.
easy because then if you do come on, both those tanks can just stand and look at you for a good
Yeah.
2 minutes before you kill them.
Yeah.
Your shield's gone by
They're
the
just
time you
throwing
get
shit
there,
at
and I'm
you.
just shooting you in the face.
Mhm.
Easy.
Mhm.
What is Roadhog? Is Roadhog a person?
Nobody
I don't.
knows.
Doesn't
I don't know.
Like a really fat guy?
Nobody knows.
Part pig, part
So-
human, irradiated by
Some
the nukes in Australia.
Mad Max shit there.
Is that really his backstory?
Nah, I'm just fucking.
I don't think
Okay,
they
I
nuked
was like,
Australia. I think there was just some crazy shit to go down with the I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's
the
irradiated, bro.
Overwatch
It's
lore-
irradiated.
Overwatch lore was so hype the first year, and then they were like, "Fuck it, we're not gonna do shit with this."
Sigma's origin story was
Mhm.
pretty cool. I don't lie.
Oh, dude, that video got me so hyped. I've watched it multiple
it was
times,
cool.
man.
Yeah, I thought they did well with that one.
Mhm.
My favorite one's still Ryan's.
Haven't
That's
seen it.
badass.
When he comes and he fights the Omnicrisis on Eichenwild, and his homie dies,
Yeah,
and he cries about
That's
it.
a short.
I
though.
wasn't
That's
taking
different. That's
Overwatch
yeah.
not the
seriously
origin
back
story.
then, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Shorts are hype.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
All the shorts are
more
sick.
lore. More lore. Someone get this
Dude.
podcast to Jeff.
For sure, man. Where's Papa Jeff at?
All right, you guys ready for the interview?
I
I
bet.
think
Let's
so.
do it.
All right, I'm gonna ask the first question. All right.
Yes, sir.
Chips. You were a gold
Yeah, what's
player
up,
last time I checked. Yeah, you were able not only to keep up but handily overcome 2 diamond spots. Man, I was trying way too hard with this question. What's the secret?
The secret. All right, so it's knowledge.
Secret
Yeah,
sauce.
so in a
Secret
nutshell,
is
though,
knowledge.
yeah, I noticed
So-
I think it was around the time you guys got to playoffs where I started looking into I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were on a minors team because I knew you were one of the gold players, and I saw you were
She's been on
playing in
ASR.
the playoffs. And I was sitting over there this guy's popping off. Is he in gold still? And I looked oh, this man's just in gold, this fucking fragging. So, what is the
Casually.
secret? You just not play ranked a lot. You don't take it
Right,
super
right.
serious. Hard stuck.
Yeah,
what?
exactly. Honestly, yeah, I don't grind the ladder very much at all. And until this season, I haven't taken Overwatch super seriously. I love the game and I play it consistently, but ranked has its issues. We know people can throw games, people can pick terrible heroes. So I never took that seriously, but I was continually playing at my best, always gaining knowledge every day, watching videos every time something came out. So yeah, like my SR isn't a representation of who I am. I'm sure I play like at probably a diamond level Lucio. You know what I mean? Like it isn't necessarily all about your SR. Your SR doesn't make you or break you. Like there's so much going on in this game everywhere. Like there's too much that's dependent. Like it isn't about your SR or your
I think
SR
that
rank.
like
It's-
so when you take in like the concept of also like statistics and what SR is just a stat about your performance, is it's really dependent on large volumes of data. So if you only play a little bit, your SR probably isn't reflective. But if you play hundreds and hundreds of games, your SR is definitely a good indicator of where you are at.
Sure.
So I kind of
sure.
disagree with you a little bit there. I'm not saying it's a
Yeah.
perfect system of measuring skill, but it's definitely slightly objective.
Yeah,
Right.
I think the
And
SR
I
system's
did
pretty good.
I did sneak into platinum with my boys the other day, so I'm back to platinum. As this is my peak, but I know how to support my team. I know where to be. I know when I need to do certain things. Again, that throws back to our
like it was
our
definitely
team,
like I'm
our
not trying to
team.
put you down, dude. Like you're definitely a skilled player.
Hmm.
For sure, man. Thanks, appreciate it.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, just continuing to try to learn. Knowing that you're never perfect and you got ways to progress, man.
Absolutely, great attitude.
Yeah, and I like what you're saying. Like you can't get too attached to that number because I think people get fixated on there and they're like, oh,
Yeah,
man,
I
suck
do agree with
because
that
this
part. Like you
number-
can't obsess about it because it's gonna come up and down a lot.
Yeah. Peaks and valleys.
Oh yeah.
All right, I got a question for Pardon here. So you swapped away from from Sombra a lot in the finals, and put up some really good numbers on Hanzo. What inspired that switch? And I think we got a little insight about it when you guys were talking about your prep. But yeah, just talk us through like what the decision was for that.
Let's see. When I played Sombra, or I played May on Control because she's kind of busted on Nepal. Then we played. What was it? Oh, then we went to Volskaya, right? Yeah. We went to Volskaya. I started on Sombra because I like her on attack there. But then on defense, I swapped May first point. But then Yaldis, and then I got kind of screwed because Yaldis Sombra of your own, who I wasn't really paying attention to. So then I was like, so Denial popped off on Control, right? So he was going in on Ashe. Then second game, he was like, man, I'm not feeling Ashe as much right now. And I was like, all right, cool, just go Torb, just shut down this sim, or shut down their Sombra and get her off our back line. I'm gonna go
And the
Hanzo. Yeah, and the Pharah. I was like, you'll help with both of that. So I was like, I'll just go Hanzo too, so we can have a shit ton of shield break. And he's like, all right, cool. So then and I think, I don't know. I've been practicing a lot with 222 coming out. I think double sniper is gonna come back personally, pretty hard.
Agreed.
Yep.
So I've been practicing a lot of Widow and Hanzo. So I got to the point where I felt comfortable enough playing both of them in game. So I don't know. It's kind of a judgment call, I guess. And then after I felt really, really fucking good on it on Volskaya, so I just kept rolling with it on Eichenwald. Or no, I went Widow on Eichenwald, didn't I? Yeah. I don't know. I stuck with the snipers. I was like, what you guys are playing right now, I can get away with not playing Sombra right now. I was like, if I need to bring it out, I will. But I don't know. I was also kind of having fun not on her because I've been playing a lot of her recently. So it's nice to have a break every once in a while.
Yeah.
Right, makes sense. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shield break he provides, and like he just has that kind of like instant pick potential. Like, okay, we're in the neutral game. Oh shit, somebody got headshot. Now it's 6v5, and we lost the fight. Like he kind of brings that to the table. So yeah.
It's just he's so much more forgiving than Widow too, and it's just I don't know. He's in such a good spot right now. It's kind of crazy. I mean, he's getting nerfed a little bit, but it's kind of like he can work in so
Very
many
small
comps. It's
nerf.
kind of stupid.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
for
it's
sure.
Nerfed,
Do you miss
nerfed
Scattershot?
an Ashe.
No, I don't
fuck
miss
no, that shit was
at all.
AIDS.
That was so
I don't
bad.
miss that at all. Oh my god, that was bad.
Storm Arrow's kind of busted, but like I don't know what else they want to do.
It's
for
not
it.
as busted though.
It's pretty fucking strong, but
6 to
I don't
5.
know.
It is,
6
dude.
to 5.
Yeah. It's just
I don't know
Still-
because like
2 arrows.
I don't think you can like over like praise it though because a lot of people have high damage outputs in like certain conditions. Like Reaper, if you get up close, you're gonna outdamage a storm shot, on any character. So I think it is balanced in its own way. People just don't
Yeah,
like
but
it
you're
because...
playing Reaper though.
It's like a little
sucks.
more forgiving because there's range on it, but I really have no complaints about Storm Arrow. You know, you just gotta know it. Like
Fair
Hanzo
enough.
has the ability to just do 400 damage in a second, so just watch out for that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I think him and Torb are both really fucking strong right now.
People sleep
There's
on
a lot
Tor,
of
man, but
viable
he's in a really good
man.
spot.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the heroes are just viable. It just depends on what you're trying to do. Like if you want to go extreme shield break, you got a set of characters you play. You know, if you want to do like some tricky stuff and cut people off, you use May. But it's just a lot of heroes are viable, which means the game is healthy. But it's all the comps seem to be centering around Orisa right now, which is understandable. So.
All right, last questions. It's just for both of you guys here. What was the season like for you guys as a team? You kind of got into it a little bit, but you guys looked like pretty red hot from the beginning. So if you had to give advice for the teams heading into season 2, what would your advice be?
You want to go ahead? I'll follow you up.
No, you go ahead since you were there from the start, man. I think that might
Alright, cool,
give an
cool.
idea.
Honestly, I think we got a little lucky, I won't lie. Just like how our team kind of fell together and all the personalities we have on our team and how well we kind of work together. I think we got kind of lucky. It's kind of hard to say, oh, just get a team with all really cool people who like the game a lot. It's a lot easier said than done.
True.
So, I don't know. I think the biggest thing I would say is get people on your team who like playing the game and aren't just like who like playing the game and also like to compete. So I think a lot of our team, everyone wants to go out and have fun, but also win. I don't know. It was cool. So just be friends with your team. Like don't just like fucking show up for the game and think, all right, it's our time. Let's just play now. Like the amount of times we've all every day in our Discord channel, everyone's like, yo, anyone want to run a quick play? Anyone? What's the deal here? Like, anyone want to do anything? If anyone just is anyone available? Just hang out right now. And everyone just talk shit on each other in our Discord. Everyone's just good fun. Everyone's friends and it's fun.
So for me, my experience was a little bit different. I wasn't there from the very first. I came in a little bit later, but Walrus is just such a character and a great person and a great personality game wise and an amazing main tank. So he kind of carried that, and I'll have the burden of trying to carry that on to season 2. But yeah, from the very beginning, we were confident. And it was all right. When business happens, it's time for business. So that was important for all of us. And again, like Pardon was saying, everyone was very competitive. Everyone took the game seriously, loved the game. So we put in the time as necessary, and we all interacted. We lucked out on people's personalities and attitudes. Just the cohesion there was natural without any extra work for it. So we knew our jobs. We were there. Let's back each other up, and we're 10 times stronger because of it. So it's been a great roller coaster ride, and I think the preparation and work that we all put in additionally was more than well worth it. So I thank you all for holding down the server and creating it to start with, because that was an awesome thing. As soon as I saw that Reddit post, I was like, let's try this out. And then some weird guy named Walrus messaged me in the morning. So it's been a great time, and it's been a learning experience, and I think we have a lot of great things to go into season 2 with.
Awesome. So
Well said.
all right, putting you guys on the spot though, back-to-back season 2 champions or what?
Easy clap. Easy. As long as
Easy
there's not
clap.
as long as
Load 'em on
no
that,
as long as
boys.
as long as no one hits masters, easy clap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we have the
majority.
That's a tough predicament too, because as an admin and someone who has an idea of where I want this Discord to go, I don't want to punish people too much for climbing, but we also have to keep in mind that as you guys climb, there is going to be a skill discrepancy from the lower tier teams. So I haven't came up with the perfect system how we're going to handle that, but I would say don't worry too much about climbing, but please don't go too high for me. Maybe season 3 make your GM push.
I got
get
you.
everything
With
fleshed out.
hey, when Rollout comes out, there's no saying the sky's my limit.
Oh, see, perfect. That's actually Rollock, dude. You go GM on DPS, only play support in the league.
There you go.
Yeah, we do have a question
Fair.
on how that's going to work, but yeah, for sure. We have retained the
Community
majority of our players so far, so season 2.
Yeah,
I feel like we're pretty
definitely,
strong.
Well, I feel have a lot more answers as an admin when Rollock actually comes out, and we know exactly how things are going to work and pan out, and where the dice actually fall, so to speak. So, definitely though, we have plans. We're keeping our eye on it. Don't get the pitchforks out just yet.
The meeting will be interesting.
Yeah, and thank you for reminding me. Please, anybody still listening, come to that meeting, please. Even if you don't talk, it's just a really good way of getting that feedback. And if you have ideas for this Discord and you have an idea, that's the great place for it. And like I said, this is a community. The admins are all very humble. We all want this to work. We want this to be the best place possible. And the more we hear back, the more we guys get you involved, the better this community is going to be. So please come. No hard feelings if you don't, but don't bitch to us when things don't pan out.
Walrus and I'll be there, man.
For sure. Appreciate it, guys. All right, you guys, any closing statements?
No,
Any
thank you guys for
closing
coming
statements? Oh, I'm gonna think about this one for a little bit.
You rest your case, or
Do I rest my? Bro, shit. Easy class.
No rest. I thought after the season there was rest, and I'm still doing work. Let's go.
The work never ends around here.
Right, man.
Thank you guys for having us, man.
All right.
Yeah,
Can't wait
absolutely.
to get that second trophy next to my name next season. It's gonna be sick.
For sure.
Do we get 2 then on the profiles?
Yeah, you know what? I do think that my plan to if you guys do win it again, I'm gonna double it up. So everybody knows. Everybody knows. There's like rings. How many trophies you got?
Trying to be like
Gotta make the gauntlet.
out here, so.
Gotta make that gauntlet, bro. Much respect to you guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
Appreciate it.
Ooh, well, anything else, Chill, or?
No, that's it for me. I think there's somebody waiting to get picked up. I promised to pick my room up at 8:30, and it's 8:40.
Oh, okay.
But he hasn't called yet, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
All right,
well,
well, thank you guys.
all for,
Thank you, Aventus.
Thanks.
Eddie, you still here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You got any closing statements for us, Eddie? Our fearless leader?
No, man. Y'all covered it.
All right, guys. See you guys next time.
I see, man.
Appreciate it.
Peace, everyone.
Later.
Peace.